I made this video already and TikTok deleted it, so hopefully this time it goes better. So Aulë and Yavanna they are both Valar. They are both part of like the higher echelon of the Valar. There's 15 Valar, and then there's like 7 of them that are considered to be like of higher stature than the rest of them. And Aulë and Yavanna are 2 of those. So these 2 are second in command to Manwë and Varda, but we get more of an insight into their marriage because Manwë and Varda, they're happily married. Like we don't see that much of their marital conflict. Aulë and Yavanna, we do get record of their marital spat. So Aulë is watching Eru Ilúvatar like make the world, make the elves, make the humans. And he is getting kind of restless, waiting for them to wake up. Like he wants like people to teach. He wants children of his own. So at that point, he is motivated to make the dwarves. He makes 7 dwarf lords. One of them is the first Durin. But the problem with this is that he has now stepped outside of Eru Ilúvatar's plan. And the last time someone stepped out of Eru Ilúvatar's plan, some asshole called Melkor showed up in the symphony making the earth and the universe and started making a bunch of dissonant music. And this was not the worst thing that Aulë could have done to step outside of Eru Ilúvatar's plan, but he did kind of step outside of Eru Ilúvatar's plan. So like, what the fuck, Aulë? So Eru Ilúvatar asks Aulë the question that I have just asked. What the fuck, Aulë? Like, you have stepped outside of the plan. I clearly had something going and you've made this brand new race of people. Please explain yourself. And Aulë goes like, I'm really sorry. Like, I wasn't trying to undermine your authority. I wasn't trying to be like an asshole. I just wanted something to teach. I wanted to emulate you, like my own father, so to speak, and I understand the error of my ways now, so I will rectify this. And he picks up his hammer and he goes to kill the dwarves, and they kind of shrink back, they cower, because they're alive, like they're sentient. So then Eru Ilúvatar goes, wait, don't do that. These things are alive now, and we have to be responsible for them, because like you brought these things into existence, you can't just kill them. So he goes, I will make these things a part of my plan. Like I will make the dwarves a part of my plan. I'm going to send them off to sleep the way the elves and the humans are. They're not going to wake up before the elves, but they're going to be important. They're going to be out in the world like everything else. And Aulë, he's very thankful, and he's very like, okay, like this could have gone worse. So then Yavanna, she starts to feel a type of way because the dwarves, if nothing else, like they're miners, they're creators, and you need to knock down some trees and stuff for that. And Yavanna is essentially the goddess of nature. Like she is the Demeter to Aulë's Hephaestus, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So then like she starts to feel a type of way about it. She's just like, the elves are going to be running into the forest and taking things and killing nature, and nature can't stand up and defend itself. And this becomes kind of a sticking point in their marriage, because Aulë being essentially the god of creation and like the mining and forging and all that stuff, and then Yavanna being like essentially the goddess of nature, their domains are set against each other a little bit. And Yavanna eventually goes to speak to Eru Ilúvatar about it, and she's just like, your children and Aulë's children, they're gonna fuck up the forest, and they need a protector. And I figure you could guess where this is going. She makes the ENTS. So then Yavanna, she feels vindicated, and she goes to talk to Aulë, and she's like, so like the dwarves and the elves and the humans, like they need to be careful going into the forest, because you're gonna like the ENTS might squish them. And Aulë is like, well, they're all gonna still need wood too. And then he just goes back to work. And I've always liked this story because it just goes to show that even like the most divine beings, even the wisest of all beings, can have spats, can be flawed, can have healthy marital conflict that doesn't have to end their marriages, you know? And like, I think as a kid, I've always liked this story, but as a married person now, it actually hits a little harder, because it's like, you can be set against each other. You can have different personalities. You can find different things important. But at the end of the day, like, that's still your person. That's still your partner.